Like you do this every day, just a quick jaunt through the sewer to hit up this vast, mythical trove of meat products. Okay, when you put it that way, maybe this all sounds a bit insane. Diamond, hey. Diamond, I gotta. Pant. Diamond, I gotta stop and rest. Activate. Diamond, but this might be too much for me. Diamond, I don't think I'm cut out for this. You pause and look back. He's sitting down now, slumping against a filthy sewer wall. You're intensely relieved to see you may have just won this impromptu game of sewer hot dog chicken. But more importantly than that, this looks like an ideal time to show some sympathy, and have a bonding moment with your would-be friend. You sit next to him, and with your broken arm, put a hand on his knee in a platonic, but deeply understanding way. Your arm hurts when you do this, but it's worth it. Every little gesture counts, when making a new friend. Diamond, Diamond, I kinda suck. Diamond, my lusus is gone, I don't have any skills, and most people think I'm weird for liking hot dogs so much. Diamond, I'm probably just going to get cold. Diamond, I'm not good at going on adventures, or doing anything hard. Diamond, all I'm good at is finding an easy meal here and there, however I can get it. Diamond, like talking people out of their fine sausages using tricks, or other ploys which end up losing me friends. Diamond, it's been unthinkable that anyone would actually do anything nice for me or would want me to have that sweet meat I desire. Diamond, at least it was unthinkable, until now. Your heart begins to race. Could it be? Is this shitty improvised sewer escapade actually working? You can't believe it. Diamond, nobody's ever done so much, or worked so hard, to try to get my hands on another magnificent banger. Diamond, sorry for being emotional, but like, this is new for me. Diamond, I don't know how to handle it, Diamond, I'd be thrilled to call you a friend, man. Diamond, whatever you are. You're overjoyed? Unbelievable. It's almost too good to be true. What now? It's such a sudden turn of good fortune, you hardly know what to do. Last time, that didn't go so well. But this time he's not holding a hot dog for you to clumsily defile, so maybe this is your moment. Wait. What's that? A deep rumbling sound begins to echo through the tunnels. Diamond, oh shit. Diamond, they found us. Diamond, it's a drone dude I guess unlike sewer duty. Diamond, we gotta run. He gets up, grabs your hand, and sprints. He's a lot faster than he looks, when motivated to get moving. He turns this way and that, as the rumbling gets closer. But he slips on something, and you both tumble into a river of horrific sludge. Diamond, bro. Diamond, I can't swim. Help. Your bad arm finds purchase on the ledge, and though it's very painful, you heroically salvage your friend from the muck with the other arm. He coughs and gasps for breath. You find a nearby ladder, shove him upward until he starts climbing on his own, and follow him. You burst through a lid on the floor, and you both flop out of the hole, drenched in filth, smelling horrible, and completely exhausted. But at least you're safe, you think. Diamond, hey man. Diamond, just want you to know, even though we didn't find the glorious treasure you were leading us to. Diamond, I'm happy how it all turned out. Diamond, maybe I don't need hot dogs in my life as much as I thought, maybe that's not the real treasure after all. Diamond, it's been a journey for me, let me tell you. Diamond, I'm learning so much about myself, about life. Diamond, because of you. His bushy hair is slicked back from his eyes due to the sludge. He's giving you a penetrating, soulful gaze, of presumably, pure friendship. Or is it even deeper than that? Wow, this is intense. Then something catches your eye, just above him. Something dangling. Lots of dangling things actually. Come to think of it, it's really cold in here. Freezing in fact. You finally realize. Holy shit. You're in a weird alien meat locker. You're absolutely surrounded by dangling meat products. Including many sausages. Thousands of them. You begin to sob. Your sobbing soon turns to unrestrained wailing of raw catharsis. He joins you, and the tears flow freely from you both. This is by far the happiest day of your life. You have just Yes, someone is approaching. A strange, gray-skinned alien, clad in blue. Perhaps they will make for a good friend. Our data, dear God. Our data, and just what are you supposed to be? Your stammering reply eventually conveys that you are a lost traveler, who is hungry and probably in some need of medical treatment. You're also really lonely, and wouldn't mind making a new friend right about now. Our data, oh my. MMMMHMHM. Our data, HMHMHMHMHMHM. Our data, Hamidamitem wahahahahahaha. Our data, oh how funny Tiius iis. How? Our data, you want to be my friend? Our data, it's too much. Tiius thing at my doorstep, wishing to know me in any capacity. The hilarity somehow escapes my ability to capture maniacal laughter. How rare. You apologize for your presumptuous request. You hang your head, turn around, and begin to walk up. Our data, and just what the fuck do you think you are doing? Our data, who thurin aied you to leave? You stop in your tracks obediently, and turn to face her again. Your possibly broken ribs are throbbing in pain. But this does not strike you as the right moment to exhibit weakness. Our data, Our data, after all, isn't your fault. You seem to be some sort of hideous freak, is thurit. And such a tragic creature cannot be held responsible for such a devastating shortfall of social competence. Our data, 3 would weep for you, really. Except that crying out of 3 eyes at once gets a bit messy. So instead, 3 thying 3'll be saying my tears for someone less offensively worthless. You aren't sure if she's inviting you inside, or if she just got you to stay a little longer, so she could insult you some more. You try to remain stoic, while you're Our data, oh. Our data, oh my, oh dear. Your. Our data, sad. HMHMHMHM. Our data, might wahaha. So amusing to me. Mildly endearing, even. Our data, perhaps. 3'll decide later if it's endearing, once 3 have more information. Thirits enchiarly possible 3 we'll retroactively deshiai thirits die gustying. Our data, but for now, try to put yourself at ease. You completely evil fool. Not one more sneafly. Our data, do you understand? You nod, while practicing exemplary control over your nose. Our data, you have gotten yourself so agitated. 3 wonder why. You have not dying to worry about from me. Our data, of course 3 we'll be your friend. Candiationally, 3 mean. There is a chance the decision will be formally. Our data, let's call third a fryi and she if third in progress. Agreed. Your heart swells. This is what you've been waiting for. A new friend, oh gosh. All you have to do now is try not to fuck anything up at all, possibly for many hours. Our data, come thrin to my hiv. Tiius way, after me. You look like you could use now ishment. Our data, 3 don't know what third is that whatever you are eats, generally. But third doesn't matter. You will eat whatever third is 3 have on hand, third 3 tell you to. How does that sound? How does it sound? Our You say, oh yes, absolutely. You nod as enthusiastically as you can, without aggravating your broken ribs. You consider giving her a thumbs up as well, until you realize one of your arms is probably broken too. You'll try to make sure she doesn't notice though. It would probably leave a bad impression. Our data, come we eeth me. There's some thying 3 need your help we eeth. You follow her into her hive. It's a bit gloomy in here. You suppose she's going to fix you something to eat soon, as promised. You pass through her kitchen, and, out the other side, to another room. Okay, you guess dinner can wait. Our data, Tai's way. Try not to let any of your broken liam slow you down. Our data, a good and wouldn't allow such flying physical ailments cause me anything convenience. Oh. So you guess she does know you're injured? Fair enough. You hobble a little faster, through another door into a much darker room. And now, it's hard to see. There are torches along the wall ahead. A monstrous noise rumbles below. Our data, don't mind her. She's just hungry. She's always hungry though. Our data, what's that? You're hungry too? 3 have not forgotten. What sort of pies of she eat? You didn't remind her that you're hungry. You thought it though. Can she read your mind? You hope not. That's going to make this friendship in progress a bit awkward. Our data, here we are. Tai's is where you will be most useful to me as a Fryian. You look around. With a sense of relief, you see no sign of whatever hungry thing was grumbling down here. You are less relieved. One of them makes eye contact with you. The boy is the same kind of alien as her. Horns and all. The boy is the same kind of alien as her. Horns and all. He struggles to say, help. Your new friend looks unamused, and twitches her finger. Help, hello. He says. Hello. By which I mean, hello, of course. Looks like you're the new friend in progress chosen by the great and beautiful Ardata. She's my savior, my reason for being. I am nothing without her. I'd hollow myself out and let her make a nest inside of me, if she'd permit it. You turn away from this boy. You don't want to hear anything he has to say, ever again. Ardata, HMHMHMMMM. Don't mind him. He's always regarded himself as a comedian. Ardata, come. Over here. Tai's is what 3 need your help we eat, thur if you're going to have any value to me as a Fryian. You're led to a dank corner of this, well, you're going to call it like you see it. This dungeon. Your new friend has a dungeon full of sad, suffering children, and presumably a monster lurking somewhere in here as well. It's not ideal. Then again, social beggars like you can't be choosers. Ardata, 3b even haing an awful time we third. Ardata, you can do third for me. Third we'll save me time. You look at the thing in question. You doubt she's been having an awful time with it. You doubt this because it's still in its box, looking completely untouched since it was brought down here. It's a box containing a table. A table that looks ominously like it was designed to keep a person strapped to its surface. Ardata, 3 we'll need you to assemble third. Ardata, here's a screwdriver, thur in case you need third. 3. We'll assume other required tools are contained in the box. You take the screwdriver with your non-broken arm. This isn't exactly what you had in mind. You don't know what you had in mind, really? A warm meal, and friendly banter? Perhaps a sling for your arm, and a remedial bomb for your ribs. Still, you open the box without protest. Our data, hold on. Before you start, we'll make our data, my fans we'll appreciate. She sets up a video recording device on a tripod, and points it at you. A video feed comes to life on several monitors just behind you. You see in one corner of a screen, an unflattering angle of your torso hunched over the furniture box. Other rectangles contain shots of the other kids in cages around the room. You suppose cameras are pointing at them, too. You had no idea this friendship came with the perk of instant stardom. Our data, now you may begin. She's suddenly sitting in a comfortable looking chair facing you, and holding a chalice. You have all the parts spread out on the floor, organized according to their labels in the instructions. You try to remember the last time you assembled something like this. You don't recall enjoying it. To be perfectly honest, this doesn't look like it will be fun at all. She frowns conspicuously. Our data, oh. How sad for you. Our data, 3M sorry. Is tias activiati not to your lia keying? You reassure her vigorously that, no, it actually looks amazing. You love shit like this. It's what you were born for, you say, as you swoosh the screwdriver around, demonstrating your plainly evident skill with the tool. Forget the thing you just thought. Completely arbitrary and wrong thoughts pop into your head all the time. It meant nothing, you Our data. Our data, yes. 3 hear that a lot. Our data, continue. You open the little bag full of screws. Jesus, there are like 50 screws to this thing. Where could most of these screws possibly even go? Judging from the picture, the table really doesn't seem that complicated. You look at your screwdriver, then study the screws. Every single one requires an Allen wrench. Does this even come with an Allen wrench? The instructions seem to suggest it does. You look around, but don't see one. Did you open the bag too forcefully? Did the Allen wrench go bouncing off into a dark dungeon crevice nearby? You begin to sweat, and look around nervously. You check underneath one of the parts. No, it's not under there. You grip the screwdriver. You wonder what to do. Just do your best assemble. Our data, good. Our data, no. Our data, you fool. You absolute fool. What do you think you're doing? Our data, that's not what 3 meant. You stand up, embarrassed. Again, without looking at the caged kid, she raises an arm toward him and beckons. He stares blankly, and opens his own cage. She looks at you expectantly. You aren't sure what to do. Our data, what? Our data, you die t 3b play ing table stick ball. You aren't sure what table stick ball is. Our data, oh. You really are pretty simple, aren't you? All our data has all four legs splay dramatically out from underneath it at once, like a baby deer on ice. The table platform comes crushing down on your lower torso, breaking your pelvis. You bellow in pain, and flail to pull yourself out. You forget that you're still holding the screwdriver. In your desperate flailing, you plunge the screwdriver into the fat abdomen of the tick, which begins gushing rust blood with great force, spraying your entire upper body and face. The beast starts thrashing wildly and screaming. You can't see your new friend due to the blood in your eyes, but you can't imagine she's thrilled about what's going on here. With your broken arm, you start slapping the big ass of the screaming tick, while yelling yeehaw. You clutch the screwdriver handle with your other hand. The blood-gushing monster starts kicking and rearing, then blasts off across the dungeon floor like a pig at a rodeo. You hold on for dear life. Your pelvis is in ruins, but at least you're free now, and riding like the wind. As you and the blood-spewing tick go tearing around the room, you guess our data became. The tick swerves it careens through the rest of the hive. Our data, you will not be my friend. Our data, wahahaha. Your legs begin to operate without your consent. They wobble and struggle under the weight, the wound throbs. You lumber. You take her back to the kitchen, and set her down in a chair seated at a table. Our data, you die tea. Our data, let's put your unfriendly. Our data, you may have noticed 3 keep several fry. You. Our data, there's cooking to be done. Our data, there it looks like. Our data. There isn't there it is what to do next, under your own valiation? Our data, a good friend would know what to do. There in fact, 3 don't think a good friend would take nearly as long to decide what the right thing to do next. Our data, there it actually seems to me that a very rude friend would hesitate for as long as you are hesitating. Our data, or perhaps someone who is not a friend at all. You begin to sweat again. You clearly don't have much time to make up. That's not the. What will you do? This feels like the only obvious thing to do. She is looking up at you quite expectantly. You reach for the fork with your... You can't do it. The arm is... Nevertheless, she looks at you patiently. You put the fork down, and pick up the knife with your good arm. You cut the meat into several pieces. You put the knife down and pick up the fork, and stab a piece. You put it close to her mouth. She seems pleased. Our data, very good. Nice technique. Our data, well seized morsels, too. She chews the meat with excellent form. She has very good table manners, you think. When she finishes the pieces, you slice off some more, and continue. Our data. Our data. Our data, the truth I is. Our data, is thiristive. Our data, it was a good diener. She puts her face in both of her hands, and sobs. Our data, being so respected and admired for your high status in Tias world. Our data, 3 didn't ask for Tias. To be so super 3 or to so many. Our data. Our data, some times 3 wonder. Am 3 even that good at being Sienia Eister? Our data, could 3 be more Sienia Eister? Our data, maybe tight. You begin to offer words of sympathy. This all. You guess it's not your turn to speak yet? Our data, we eel 3 be in a cage someday. Lie isaniaing to a fuck ieing fool honk heis horn for lie ikes. Our data, no 3 must perseist. He recoiled. He pointed. You get behind him and... It really hurts though. A huge gob of chewed hot dog launches out of his mouth like a cannonball, and the expulsion creates enough force in the other direction. You in turn go tumbling over him, and the two of you are soon locked into an inseparable pinwheel of interspecies, downhill mayhem. Luckily you stop just short of the street. Diamond. This can't... You have to hide the body. Self-voicing disabled.